Scarecrow Village, Japan. In a remote corner of the countryside, there lay a village shrouded in an eerie mystery. It was known simply as Scarecrow Village, and its name held a haunting secret. The villagers, a tight-knit community, had a peculiar tradition. Every year, they crafted scarecrows of astonishing detail and placed them throughout the fields and streets. These scarecrows were no ordinary creations. They were lifelike in every way, from their straw-stuffed bodies to their soul-piercing button eyes. The scarecrows of Scarecrow Village were said to protect the crops, but the truth behind their existence was far more enigmatic. The villagers, a superstitious lot, believed that the scarecrows held the spirits of their ancestors. Folklore whispered that the scarecrows would come to life at night, watching over the village, and occasionally, even, offering cryptic advice to those in need. On moonlit nights, the villagers swore they could hear the whispers of the scarecrows, their voices filled with ancient wisdom. Children dared each other to approach the scarecrows, but even the bravest among them couldn't help but shiver under those lifeless gazes. The village had never experienced crop failure, and its prosperity was often attributed to the vigilant scarecrows. The village's history was steeped in legends, with tales of scarecrows guiding lost souls back home. No one knew who first crafted the scarecrows or why, but the tradition was as old as memory itself. Some claimed that the scarecrows had a malevolent side, cursing those who dared to mock or vandalize them. The air in Scarecrow Village was filled with an eerie stillness, especially at twilight when the scarecrows seemed to come to life. Every year, on the autumn equinox, the villagers held a solemn festival to honor the scarecrows, offering them gifts and seeking their blessings. The village was cut off from the outside, whirled by dense woods and treacherous marshes, adding to its air of mystery. Locals warned outsiders not to venture too close to the village, as strange things often happened to those who did. Visitors who entered Scarecrow Village, uninvited, reported a feeling of being watched by countless unseen eyes. As autumn approached, the villagers became increasingly obsessed with crafting new scarecrows and meticulously maintaining the old ones. Each scarecrow had a distinct personality, or so it seemed, and some villagers even claimed to have conversations with them. The village's prosperity was inexplicable, as the soil and climate alone couldn't account for the abundance of their harvests. Whispers of secret rituals involving the scarecrows circulated, but no one could confirm their authenticity. The village cemetery was adorned with scarecrow-like monuments, a solemn reminder of the enigmatic tradition. Over the years, the scarecrows had taken on various roles in the village, from matchmakers to protectors of secrets. It was said that the scarecrows were the keepers of the village's darkest secrets, locked within their straw-filled hearts. No two scarecrows were the same, and some were crafted to resemble long-lost relatives of the villagers. Strangers who stumbled upon the village often found themselves disoriented and lost in its labyrinthine streets. The village had a peculiar calendar, based on the movements of the moon, which influenced the scarecrow-making process. Some villagers claimed that they could communicate with the spirits of their departed loved ones through the scarecrows. Outsiders who tried to document the mystery of Scarecrow Village found that their notes and photos were inexplicably erased. The village was eerily isolated, as travelers who approached its borders often turned back, sensing an invisible barrier. The village's children would often leave offerings of small trinkets and handwritten notes for the scarecrows. The fields surrounding Scarecrow Village were always lush and green, in stark contrast to the barren land beyond. On the rare occasions when a scarecrow was damaged or destroyed, the villagers would hold solemn funeral-like ceremonies for them. It was rumored that those who left the village would forever carry the gaze of the scarecrows with them, a haunting presence. Some villagers claimed that they had witnessed scarecrows moving ever so slightly during particularly windy nights. The village's archives were filled with ancient texts and scrolls that hinted at the true purpose of the scarecrows. The scarecrows were not limited to the fields. They lined the village's streets, peering into every window. As autumn nights grew colder, the villagers gathered around bonfires, sharing stories of scarecrow encounters. It was said that the scarecrows were the protectors of the village, guarding against malevolent spirits that roamed the night. The village's population was shrouded in mystery, as no official records or censuses existed. Some whispered that the village's elders held the deepest secrets about the origins of the scarecrow tradition. Strangers who arrived in Scarecrow village would often lose track of time, unable to leave until the villagers allowed them to. The villagers had their own language, filled with terms and phrases related to the scarecrows that outsiders couldn't understand. Occasional outsiders who were welcomed into the village would later recount bizarre dreams involving the scarecrows. The village had no formal government or leaders, as decisions were said to be guided by the will of the scarecrows. The villagers were known for their stoic demeanor, rarely showing emotion or fear in reverence of the scarecrows. On the rare occasions when a visitor sought to learn the true purpose of the scarecrows, they were met with cryptic riddles. The village had an air of perpetual twilight, making it difficult to distinguish day from night. An ancient prophecy hinted that the scarecrows held the key to a hidden treasure buried deep within the village. Scarecrow Village had never been touched by war, and legends claimed that the scarecrows deterred invaders. A lone, gnarled oak tree stood at the heart of the village, believed to be the birthplace of the first scarecrow. Outsiders who tried to take a scarecrow as a souvenir were said to be plagued by misfortune until they returned it. It was rumored that the scarecrows had the power to heal the sick, with villagers seeking their aid in times of illness. The villagers believed that their very existence depended on the continued presence and protection of the scarecrows. The village's history was passed down through generations, with stories of the scarecrows growing more fantastical with time. Outsiders who entered the village at night spoke of hearing the whispering of names by the scarecrows, as if beckoning them. Scarecrow Village's remote location made it nearly impossible for outsiders to stumble upon it accidentally. The village's strange aura attracted scholars, adventurers, and paranormal investigators, but most left in frustration. The villagers were known for their peculiar fashion, often wearing clothes adorned. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe, like, comment, and hit the bell icon for watching more videos.